Oh yeah, you want to know the forecast? I'll give you the forecast. 100% chance of thunder. Ka-chika, ka-chika. Say it with me. Ka-chika, chika, chika. Ka-chow.
What is the cause of a lightning strike? This is a question a lot of scientists still are interested in. As a side note, it is also not known or completely understood as to how a cloud gets statically charged. So to first answer this question, we will look at the polarization of a cloud. The start of any lightning strike is the polarization of positive and negative charges within a storm cloud. This happens when the bottom of the cloud accumulates a lot of negative charges, while the top part of the cloud accumulates a lot of positive charges. Polarization of the clouds is caused by what is going on inside the clouds. Clouds are known to contain countless millions suspended water drops. As you can see here, little water droplets. They are moving and whirling around about in a disoriented motion. And the rising moisture collides with water droplets within the clouds. And they're ripped off the rising droplets, causing a separation of the negative electrons from the positively charged water drops of the cluster of droplets. So from here, they move to the polarization has some important effect on the Earth's surface. The cloud's electric field stretches through the space surrounding it and induces movements of electrons on Earth. Electrons on Earth's outer surface is repelled by the negatively charged clouds from the bottom. So as these positive charges are reacting to the negative charges at the bottom of the clouds. And this creates a positive charge, obviously, on the Earth's surface. Buildings, trees, cars, people can experience a buildup of static charge. So they build up charges at the very top tips of themselves. Kind of pulling the negative charge towards them.
Next, we discuss how the lightning strikes reach the ground. As the bottom of the cloud becomes more negatively charged, the electric field of the cloud also increases. It increases so much, in fact, that it starts to interact with the surrounding molecules. Normally, the air surrounding a cloud would be a good enough insulator to prevent a discharge of electrons to Earth. Yet the strong electric fields surrounding a cloud are capable of ionizing the surrounding air and making it more conductive. This process includes electrons being torn apart from the outer shells of gas molecules. This causes the air to become filled with free positive ions and electrons. This process is key to making lightning strike the ground. The beginning of a lightning bolt begins with the development of a step leader. A step leader is a chain or a path of electrons that form from the clouds. These step leaders use the conducting air to make their way down to the ground. These electrons follow zigzag patterns on its way towards the ground, making many detours on its way. The variables that affect the detours of the actual pathway are not well known, but it is believed that the electrons are traveling through different air pockets and different densities, which causes the step leaders to change direction as the electrons try to find the least resistive path. As the electrons of the step leader approach the Earth, there is an even greater electrical force between these electrons and the Earth's surface. The quantity of positive charges residing on the Earth's surface goes even greater. This charge begins to migrate upward through buildings, trees, and people into the air. This upward rising positive charge, known as streamer, approaches the step leader in the air above the surface of the Earth. It is very rare to see one of these streamers in a photograph, but you can see there's a streamer coming out of the light pole and one coming up from the tree. Contact between one of these streamers and the electrons of the cloud is where is needed to kick the lightning process. Once this connection is created, the electrons closest to the ground begin to accelerate and travel into the ground. This acceleration of the electrons causes the light to be emitted from the closest electrons, working its way up to the cloud itself. This makes the appearance that the lightning is coming from the ground, which in case it looks like that, but it's not the actual fact.